First game and tied. And so now coming into the quarterfinal, it's a winner go home game for us. Let's just see if you're sitting on the blanket. I'm gonna get warm this way. All right, here we go. Boys gather in front of the net. See last minute high fives. Last lap there. And Jax is back in front of the net. All right. Wood's going to do their cheer in front of the net. Coming back against the Westchester team for the quarterfinals. Team that wins here is going to play tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Otherwise, it is off to the airport for the team who does not. All right, should see Cello in net for us tonight. Coach Shelley giving the boys some words of wisdom before they go back out on the ice. Both teams to their benches. Right. Parents ready to go, boys ready to go. All right, let's go Hawks. Here we go. All right, going to start out with the Jackson line. That's going to be Jackson with Motzi, Sudbeck, and then back in the back. Looks like we're going to have Kaylee and Tenny. Nope, sorry. Azra back in the back. He's going to play Puckett. Azra and Puckett going to start the game. From the defense, Jackson, Porter, and Carson DeMont over on the right wing. First face off the game. And that is one back to the Westchester player. Westchester takes it down the left wing boards, dumps it deep. Hauser back to Chase. He's going to get the puck and send it other way, back the way he came. Then up to the wing, tries to get it pop up to the center, and he does. That one is straight up to Porter. Porter's got the puck. He goes down deep into the zone. And Littleton has puck in the corner, picked up by Motzi. Motzi puts it out in front, but that one to a Westchester player. Now it's going the other way. Defense keeps him outside the dots. Nice stick check there. And turning it around is Jackson. Jackson tries to work it all the way over to Motzi, but that is cut off by Westchester. Puck back up the boards into the neutral zone, and this one's going to go all the way down, and referee says no ice. Mayorga chasing, but down over to the Westchester player. They're going to work it up the right wing boards this time. Over D to D. Puck goes back behind the net. Oh, nope, in front of their own net, and Jackson's going to give him a hard time there. Into the zone and cross ice. Try another breakout one more time. This time coming up the right wing boards and pushing it down deep, down into the corner. Littleton's going to chase, and Bowers is going to be there to try to work it up the boards. That one cut off by Westchester. Westchester again, but Littleton comes away with the puck. Oh, fan on the puck there. And Westchester gets it, keeps it, almost in, but no. And then now it's going to be Littleton. Referee's got his arm up. Looks like we're going to get an early penalty. Interference on Westchester. So your Littleton Hawks are going to start with the power play. It's going to be Vath, Patty, Clark, Motzi, and Sudbeck out on the first power play. All right. Westchester player asking what he did, getting a call from the referee and giving him a high five. So he knows what he did. He's going to have a seat. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the power play on this tournament. 13:36 to go in the first period. 0-0 tie. Hawks are on a power play. Off the face-off, down into the corner. Working it up the boards. Goes out to Patty. Patty puts it back into the corner. This one's going to go to Porter down the side. And trying to work it out front. Back behind the net. And now tries to go up to a pass to the defenseman. Defenseman drops low. Tries to get a shot on net just wide. Kept in there by defense and put down low. And now we got Porter back behind the net. I'm sorry, Vath back behind the net. Vath has the puck. And he gets a check there, and they're going to get it all the way down the ice. No ice for the power play. 57 seconds to go in the power play for Westchester. Littleton gets the puck. They're back behind their net. They're going to work on their power play breakout. Here we go. From the middle over to the right wing, and then a backup and pushes it deep. Vath gets it deep, and now there's Porter down to check it. Porter puts a check on the body there. Vath in the corner to get it. He's trying to get it to the front of the net. He does, but Westchester is there. Westchester working it now out of the zone and then back into the zone. Interesting play there. Set back there to back up Vath. Into the corner, takes a check, goes down deep, and he's going to push it in front of the net, and that one's going to go out of the zone, and we're going to have to chase that one down. Zach there to chase it down. Change for Littleton. And D-to-D pass, working it up the boards now. He gets it over, and Westchester cuts that one off. Now they've got it down deep. 9 seconds to go in the power play. And it looks like Westchester's going to kill this one in the defensive zone for Littleton. Matty has the puck. He's down. He's back behind the net. He finds cross-ice pass over to Grimmy. But that one's taken away, and Westchester back, regroup into the neutral zone. Westchester now taking it over the blue line. And stopped there by Littleton Hawks, and board push now. Bunch of players over on the boards. It's 3-2. Westchester's got one more guy there, and they walk away with the puck. He's going to get it to the middle of the ice, take a shot, blocked in front of the net, and Littleton's going to throw that one down the ice and get at least a couple guys here to change. So as we go down deep, working it around the boards is Westchester, moving it up, and then back the other way on their defense. Getting checked there by Humphreys. Littleton works it back to their own defenseman, but that one goes down deep into the corner instead. Tenney in the corner, getting that puck pushing. Guys are going to get tied up there. Humphrey there to help out. Puck from Westchester out in front of the net. Couldn't quite take the handle. Cello digs a save, and we are off again trying to break it out. And here we go. Humphrey's got it. He's going to take speed and go up and throw it in deep. Now they are back around the net. And it's going to be a struggle in the corner one more time for both the Hawks and Westchester, but Hawks come away with it. Hawks working it to the middle of the ice. Humphreys there, forechecks his man. Now it's got to go the other way. Westchester coming down and getting there. Defenseman, but it is offsides and whistled by the referee, so we're going to have a defensive zone, neutral zone face-off. Edelman out with Nolan and Vath. Back in the back, we're going to have Akshay with Puckett. All right, neutral zone face-off. Big one here for us. Try to break it out and go the other way. Westchester trying to break it in. Hawks win the face-off, but that one goes to Westchester on a struggle there. Bath to the puck. They've got to work it far side to their defenseman. They're going to try to set something up. D-to-D pass, but ends up on Clark's stick. Clark trying to work it up the boards. Gets hit by a Westchester player. And then Westchester pushing it over the blue line, and Hawks there to try to battle on the boards for that puck. Hauser gets there. That one goes down deep, and now it's Pucky down in the corner. He's going to send it over to his partner. Hauser has it. He's going to send it up, and that one is going to go high on the boards and bounce back in. Bath tried to work it out. Here comes Hauser back into the fray. Gets it back down, and Edelman's going to try to work it up now. Defense up, trying to get it out over the blue line, and it is Bath trying to push that puck, but Westchester there to cut it off. Littleton back in the corner and working the puck now. Goes the other way, D-to-D pass. Hauser up to Nolan on the boards, and that's going to get picked up by Jackson on the change. Jackson gets rocked at the blue line. Porter in to push the puck. Jack's back up, and he's going to come try to get this puck from the other team. Jackson on the puck carrier and makes him force a pass out to the far left side. That one's going to go in and back behind the net, not on net. Westchester trying to work it around the zone, tries to push it in front, but Littleton is there instead. Now back in front again. Littleton again puts it back down deep. And getting there is Jackson. Jackson up to Motzi. Motzi over to Porter. Porter pushes it through his man. It's a one-on-one. Porter's got one man to beat, and he does. He takes a shot and scores. Beautiful breakout to Porter. Porter beats his man, takes it far left, and then goes over the goalie's catcher's side. Porter puts it in the net. It's 1-0 Hawks. 9:09 left in the first period. 1-0 Hawks leading. Gonna get a change here. We're gonna have Matty, Patty, and Grimmy. And back in the back, Kaylee and Tennyson. Kaylee and Tenny. Zach and Tenny. And here we go. Nice start for the Hawks. 1-0. Boys bang on the boards. Let their boys know that they're with them out there. And here we go. Face-off is won by the Hawks and pushed down deep over the blue line. Now back behind the net. Westchester picks it up, looking to make a breakout pass, but he's bothered there by the Hawks. Hawks put it back down deep in the corner. Patty and Grimmy down in the corner trying to work that one out. Matty was available in front of the net, but that one goes high on the boards, but turned around and shot by Patty. Patty gets it down deep, and now Grimmy's going to be down in the corner this time, try to keep it in. Defense comes down deep on the left side and pushes it back. Back into the corner. A little bit of a puck battle there, and it's going to go out to the Westchester player who's going to try to hit the headman at the blue line. Ref says no icing, so it's going to keep going all the way around. Down into the corner now, moving up the blue line, towards the blue line. And Westchester and the Hawks fight for the puck on the boards, and this one is going to go to the point. Point's going to get a shot. Celo's going to take care of that one high and into the boards. Defense has it in the corner. They're going to go off the glass and up through the neutral zone. Westchester's going to have to chase, and we're going to get a change. Now we've got Connor, Cameron, and Thor out there. Defense is going to be Puckett and Hosra. Defensive zone faceoff, as that was an icing. Coming all the way back to our defensive zone, and this one is going to be to Marcelo's left. So catcher's side for Marcelo, glove side. Humphreys in for the faceoff. And as it comes in, that one win by Westchester. They're going to push it down deep into the corner, back behind the net into the far corner. Defense grabs it, pushes it up, and now going up, tries to find Becker, but that one got cut off by the Westchester player. Becker in, finishes his check, back behind the net, and Westchester has it. They try to work it to the middle, gets it on his backhand, tries to work it to his forehand, but taken there by a Hawk. Humphrey's going to circle and go D to what would have been a D to D pass. Humphrey's the center. Moving that up the side is Thor. He's pushing it down deep. Thor in there to pressure the puck carrier. Puck carrier moves it a couple of different times. Becker tries to cut that pass off, but just misses. Westchester, far side, now over the blue line, down the middle, and work to the outside. They're going to drop that one for their center, who's going to drop below the goal line, but picked up there by Connor. Connor's going to try to work it up to Thor, but that one just off center for the stick. And a backhand down deep for Westchester. Westchester battling there with the Hawks. Hawks are going to take that one away. Over to Thor. Thor works it up to Humphrey, but that one tipped off Humphrey's stick, and for a shot down for Westchester, misses the net. Now down low into the corner. Westchester and the Hawks are going to battle for it one more time on the boards. Humphrey there to finish his check. And Westchester can't stop that one. That one's going to go all the way to the zone. Humphrey got some wheels, going to go pressure that puck. Make him make a long pass, and Humphrey's there to finish the check on the puck carrier. Back down to the defenseman for Westchester, and Humphrey's there one more time, making sure that they have a whole lot of pressure getting that puck out. Vath dumps it deep. Vath and Nolan down deep into the zone. Nolan's going to pressure the puck carrier back behind the net. And Edelman, who's in the center, trying to help out. There we go. Nolan in down deep, takes his hit. And now Edelman pressuring the puck, and it comes up to the right wing, down the right wing boards, outside the dots. Celo sees this one, takes that one off the face mask, but saves the puck from putting it in the net. And now Littleton has a chance to take a breath before they get it out of the zone. A-Rod back over to Bowers. Bowers backhands it up and through the middle of the zone. And now Vath has got the puck, and he's going to get over the blue line. Backed up there and taking a shot is Edelman, but getting the puck down deep. Now Vath down into the corner with Nolan. And that one is going to come back Westchester's way. They're going to go far side, and this time down the left wing side. But they're going to have to dump it. Now it's A-Rod in the chase with the Westchester player. A-Rod takes a hit, and all on the far side, trying to work it back. Defenseman switches places with the forward. Far defense. Celo takes care of that one and puts that one up into the net. So good save there by Celo. Took a shot in the face, but he looks like he's all right. Shook that one off, and now we are back in the defensive zone for a face-off and a change. Jackson out there with Mossy and Sudbeck, and then back in the back we're going to have Kaylee and Tenny. All right, face-off win. And that one goes to the Hawk stick, and then Westchester picks it up. Westchester shot, but that one, Celo took a piece of that one, and it went off and high into the glass. Now down into the corner, Littleton there to finish the check. Going through now is Sudbeck, and shot. Stopped there in front of the net by the Hawks. Hawks take it back over to the boards. High and out. That one was going to be down the ice, but no icing. Motti there to pressure the puck carrier. D-to-D pass. Up the boards, but hit there by the Hawks, and we're going to turn it back into the offensive zone. Little tie up there between Jackson and the Westchester player. The puck is down deep now, still behind the goal line, and that one's going to get worked back to Motzi. Motzi's going to look for a player in front. He's got Jackson and Sudbeck both out there. He's working for the puck behind. Puck comes out and far side, but not with control. Tenny there to shove it right back in. And that's going to give the Hawks a chance to get at least one change. So Grimmy out there now, and DeMott's back on the bench. Sudbeck gets the puck. He tries to work it to another score. Sudbeck over to Jackson. One-timer shot just over the blocker side of the goalie. 2-0 Littleton Hawks. 4:15 to go here in the first period. Beautiful play there by the Hawks. Not succumbing to the pressure. A lot of far passes by Westchester, trying to move it quickly up the ice, but Hawks stay in those passing lanes, pick those pucks off, and take advantage when they do have the puck. All right, Maddie, Patty, and Grimmy out there right now with Hazra and Puckett. Center ice face-off, 2-0 Littleton Hawks. Face-off is won by Westchester. They try to push it forward, but there's Hazra on the puck, forcing it, and then Patty back. Patty back to Pucky. Pucky's got the puck, and he sends it up. And that was a nice play there by Grimmy. Grimmy tries to get his man, but that one is tipped off of his stick. And now Hazra back, getting the puck, turning it, getting his man, and then turning the puck back up ice. Tries for a center shot. Westchester shooting, misses the net to the far left of Cello. Point shot. That one was blocked by Maddie. And this is going to go far of the net. And now we've got a breakout going the other way. Westchester gets control of the puck. They're over the red line. They're going to try to push it deep. Hauser's there to stop them. Hauser gets the puck back up, and he gets it on Patty's stick. Patty dangles his first man, dangles the second man, avoids a hit, and gets it down deep. Now deep in the zone, Patty's pressuring the puck. Westchester's got to try for some long passes to get this puck out of the zone. That one's cut off there by Tenny. And Westchester into the zone, high, and into the corner. Oh, a dangerous fall there, but A-Rod's back up and trying to work it back up the boards. To the Westchester defenseman. Oh, that one in the air twice. Cello knocked it out. Still going, and there goes the puck high. Now back to the point. Point's going to take a shot. But Cello sees that one, covers, and smothers that puck for a defensive zone faceoff. We're going to get a change here. Humphrey, Becker, and Thor out there, along with Kaylee and Tennyson. All right, 2-0 with 2:55 to go in the first period. Humphrey in for the faceoff. He wins that one back. Becker picks it up back behind the net. Defense picks it up, and he's trying to get it up to Becker. Becker loses the handle there. It goes over to Westchester. And now up the boards, and streaking forward is Humphrey. Becker back to Parrish to the puck carrier, and now it's Tenny back, and now Kaylee gets it back behind the net. Zach sends it up the boards, and that's going to get tipped right over to the center. That's Humphrey. Oh, Humphrey loses the skate. And now it's back the other way with Westchester, but Marcelo sees it, blocks it, and puts it back down into a safer zone. Westchester gets the puck. They're taking it back behind the net. Littleton picks it up, tries to send it out, but Westchester picks it up one more time. Now they're going to use their point, left point, trying to handle, but misses the handle and has to send it back to his winger. That winger takes it back down below the net, and Littleton there to put on the hit, force the puck to move, and Westchester still can't get the handle. Becker down low. He's playing the wing, but he's down in the corner. Sends it up the wing, and referee says no ice. That's going to give Littleton a chance to change with the puck deep in the offensive zone. Vath on to pressure. Westchester's going to send it, but that one is going to be an icing. That nobody there to touch that puck going all the way down the ice. So we're going to have a nice offensive zone face-off. And apologies. We got a little bit of a change here. We still have Edelman, Vath, and Nolan. Either a really quick shift or I missed a really big change. Hauser back on the back with Puckett. And Clark in to take the face-off. All right, Littleton gets in on that face-off. They win the face-off. Quick shot by Vath. Just misses on the left-hand side of the net. Hits the bat, but Vath makes it up by getting the puck back down deep in the corner, pressuring the puck, and now Westchester trying to move it out. So up the left wing boards, Westchester comes down, met there by Pucky, who gets a nice shot there. Akshay in, back behind the net. Edelman there to help. So 2-on-1, Hawks on one Westchester player. Now Westchester gets a few more helpers down low. Puck on the boards, again, a lot of pushing. And Westchester's going to get that puck. It's going to come back to the middle. They're going to try to shoot, but Cello sees it the whole way. Cello getting a huge celebration there from his backup goalie, Sam, on the bench, telling him, hey, buddy, good job there. Way to track that puck and get it down. Shallow covers, we're going to get a defensive zone face-off. Change coming for our defense. That's going to be Zach and A-Rod back in the back. We're still going to have Vath, Clark, and Nolan out on the forward. So Clark coming in for the face-off, setting things up. 3 to the right, 1 on the boards. Clark wins it to the board. Boards try to pop it out. Stretch pass. Up there for Zoltz. Zolk takes it. Oh, but he gets it popped off of his stick. Back to the forward. Edelman puts it back in. And now Zolk pressuring again, but back onto the Westchester team. 1-on-1 here. Beautiful job there by A-Rod to get that puck out of a dangerous place. And now it goes down into the corner. Westchester's going to have it on the point, but that's going to get blocked. And A-Rod has the puck one more time. He takes a moment with it, finds Nolan on the far side, but Westchester's there for a 3-on-1. Change starting to happen. Suddy out on the ice now for us. Westchester comes in. Oh, dancing through a whole bunch of defensemen. But Cello's there. Puts it again down into a zone that's not going to be as dangerous. Nolan puts it deep, and he's going to head off for a change. So now we're going to have Mayorga and DeMott's on the ice, and Kaylee and Tenny back in the back. This one goes down deep. Tenny's down to pick it up. He checks where his pressure is coming from. Finds it. Puts a nice pass up to Porter that's easily handleable. Porter hits the ceiling. Oh, bummer. Hits the ceiling. That one's going to come back into the defensive zone. Porter had the right idea, lifting it up and out, but unfortunately touching some iron on the roof there, and we're going to come back to the defensive zone. 1.1 seconds to go in the first period. Important face-off for at least a tie-up. Just making sure Westchester doesn't get a last-second push here. 1.1 seconds to go. Referee's about to drop the puck. He does. Littleton down, making sure they don't get anything, and Jackson does a good job to make sure that any kind of pressure there is taken away. All right, here we go. Littleton going off the bench. They're going to clean the ice, so we got about a 10-minute break here. Your Littleton Hawks are up 2-0 after the first period. Shots are 9-2. Not Littleton. Westchester is out shooting Littleton 9-2, but the score is reflecting the opposite way. 2-0 Hawks on a few really pretty goals, quick shots, and we'll be back with you in the second period. All right, Zamboni's off. Welcome back. Second period about to start. Boys are on the bench, waiting for the referee to give them the go-ahead. Refs are putting the nets on, and coaches giving them a few quick thoughts for the game starts. Westchester is out. Had a moment to talk to a few of the Westchester parents between periods. One of them from Leadville, Colorado, so understanding of what snow really is. Westchester taking the ice now, getting their skate on, and Zamboni doors still open, so Littleton's still on the bench. We teach them well in Colorado. You don't come out until Zamboni doors are closed. All right, coming back into the second period. Hello from Trisha Vath. And there's Steve Vath coming back up the stairs. I got nothing to call right now, so Steve walking by, giving us the big wave. Hello to our fans out there. Hope you guys are having a good evening. We're having a good time here at the Littleton Hawks game. 9-2 are the shots coming into the second period. The score is 2-0. Your Littleton Hawks leading. Cello's in net, and lines have not changed for this, so we are still on the same lines we've had this weekend. The referees let the boys know it's okay to come on out. Zamboni doors are about to shut. Cello out to get a skate on, all the way over to the far boards, get a few stretches. Boys are out there going to take some strides and make sure that they're ready for the rest of the game. Pucky in front of the bench here, stretching out, making sure he's good. Hosra out there as well. Now Kaylee, defenseman, making sure that they're ready to go. A lot of good shots here from the Westchester team, and we've had a whole lot of guys trying to block shots, so making sure everybody's feeling good. This is their fourth game of this tournament, second game of the day. 2 games yesterday, 1 game this morning, ending this initial part of the tournament with 1-1-1, 1-1, 1 lost, and 1 tied. That put them into the 6th seed, so now they're playing the 3rd seed Westchester team. And winner of this goes on to the semifinals. Game would be tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning Central Time. But we need to win this one first. It's only 2-0 here in the first. We all know 2 goals is a scary hockey goal lead. So boys have got to keep their heads, got to make sure they stay focused. Coming in now to hear some words of wisdom from Coach Shelley. Cello back in, Sam back in. Both teams to their benches. Referees take a quick skate, and they're going to ask them to come back out. All right, the Hawks get their cheer on, and we're going to start out with Jackson's line. Jackson, Motzi, Suddy. Back in the back, we're going to have Hazra and Pucky. All right. Cello heading slowly to the net. Cello likes to give his boys a high five before he gets to the net. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And Cello's ready to go. Westchester goalie in the net. Westchester forwards come back and give their goalie a tap on the pads. Time to get the game started. Motzi on the right. Jackson at center. Porter over on the far left. Pucky on the right D. And Pucky gets the puck as we win that center ice faceoff. Back to the Westchester player. Working it back, but that one is taken by Littleton's defense and sending it deep into the zone. Porter takes a little hit before he gets that one off. Westchester gets to the puck first, tries to work it out of the zone, but not with control. Suddy back to the defense. Defense trying to move it up. Oh, that was going for Motzi's stick, but that one got picked off, and now it's a scramble on the boards to get the puck. Puck goes down deep, and a little blind spot for us there. Gets sent all the way around. Suddy's got the puck. He's going to look for Jax. Jax has got the puck, and he pushes it past the man, and now Motzi down low trying to get that puck. Westchester gets there, and we're going to get a change. Patty and Maddie out on the ice, and that's going to be an icing by Westchester, and that's going to give us an offensive zone faceoff with a clean change. So Patty, Maddie, and Grimmy out there. Bowers coming out now on defense, and he's going to be out there with his partner, and that's going to be A-Rod. Boys setting up for an offensive zone faceoff. This one's going to be taken by Patty. Defense having a quick talk about what they want to do. A-Rod gets closer. Puck comes back. Oh, defense weren't quite ready. Bowers misses that one. He goes back, though. He's going to pick it up. Cello gives Bowers the puck. Bowers is going to go back behind the net, take a shot, and up the boards, off the boards, and into neutral ice. That's going to get sent back by Westchester, but without anybody deep. And so defense is going to get this one more time. A-Rod with the puck. He's going to send it up to the winger, but not a handle there. Westchester gets a chance. They try to work it down the boards, and they get it back. Left point is going to take a shot. Cello with a blocker save. That one doesn't quite hit the ceiling, but pretty close. play goes on. Down deep into the corner and now working it up the boards. A little bit of a fight for it there on the boards, but Littleton comes away with it. Moving it up is Patty. Patty moves it over to Motzi. Sorry, Grimmy. And a shot there by Maddie. Oh, saved by the Westchester goalie. So shots are 10-3 now. Westchester leading. Cello standing strong in the net. Westchester moves it down and into the corner. They're going to get checked there by the Littleton defense. Trying to move it out and to the other side, but Westchester there to pick it up. They try to send it to the front, and it goes to the point. Point takes a shot, but that's off Cello's stick down into the right-hand corner. Puck back into the corner, trying to get it out one more time. There's Maddie battling on the boards. Defense gets it. Maddie's now got the puck. He's going to move it out and over the red line. But Westchester's going to pick it up. Westchester sending it hard back down into the zone. Cello's going to stop that from rolling. Send it in for his defenseman. Change here. At least Patty got off the ice, so we still have a few of our players didn't get a full change there, but that's all right. We're in the defensive zone. Got to get it out of the zone before we can get a full change. Westchester working it from the point down to the hash marks, and now up. And that one is on the stick of, there we go, Grimmy. Grimmy's going to lift it high and into the zone. No icing there, and we're going to get a full change. So now we got Clark, Zulk, and Vath out there. Clark on the puck, Vath on the puck, and that's going to mean Zulk's going to pick it up with a blind pass from Westchester. Taking it back behind is Clark. Clark on his backhand, and he's going to cycle it back down low, and Vath is going to be there to pick it up. Vath takes a hit, but keeps going after the puck. Vath gets the puck. It's going to get pinned against the boards, and it's going to be Vath on two Westchester players, but Littleton comes away with it. Oh, puck off the boards, but over to Westchester. Westchester D to D. Moving it up the boards. Now the winger tries to get it, but he misses, and Pucky's got the puck in the middle of the neutral zone. D pass for us, and then up. Tried to hit Vath, and it missed both Vath and Zulks there, trying to get it through the neutral zone. Westchester comes back with it the other way. Westchester shot on net. Cello's got that one, and he covers. Smothered by Cello, and we're going to get a change. So we're going to have Becker, Humphrey, and Thor out there with Bowers and A-Rod back in the back. Defensive zone face-off to Cello's blocker side. All right. Important face-off here. Got to try to get this one back out of the zone. That one's won back by Littleton back into the corner. Moves it back behind the net, and they get control. Putting it back up the boards. Westchester's there as well. They fight for it, and that one stays inside the zone. And then nice hit there by the Hawks, and Thor moves it out. All right, Thor... Oh, almost had that puck, but that one was cut off by Westchester. Now the boys are on the boards one more time, trying to battle for that puck, and they do. Humphrey's got it. He's going to come up the left-hand side and send it deep into the zone. Goalie out of the net to try to stop it, but just misses. Becker into the zone, takes his man with a hit, and then Westchester takes the missed handle by the defenseman and goes the other way. 1-on-3. Stick check there, and that one goes into the net, and we're going to have another defensive zone face-off and a change. Kaylee and Tenny out there with Motzi, Mayorga, and Sudbeck. Another defensive zone face-off. So Littleton hanging on to what they've got, the 2-goal lead with 10 minutes and 51 seconds here to go in second period. According to the scoreboard, shots are 12-2. I can tell you that's not quite right, but we are getting outshot, but maybe why not that much. All right, here we go. Littleton wins back behind the net. They send it up the boards. That one goes to Porter. Porter trying to get it to Jax, but that one's cut off. Now Porter pops it and then goes into the Westchester zone. Westchester sends it back, and a one-touch pass, but that one is picked off by Littleton, and they're going to go back to their defense and try one more time. All right, now coming up, here's Jackson over to Motzi. Motzi's got the puck. He sends it, and again, real close to the ceiling, but not quite. Down into the corner, so no whistle. Try to move it up the boards is Westchester, but Kaylee's there. He gets it. Oh, shot it off the shin pads of the Westchester player and back out into the neutral zone. Littleton sends it deep, and now they're going to go for a quick forecheck. Jackson there takes his man. Puck back behind the net. Working it back up the boards is Westchester. It's a 1-on-3 going the other way. Westchester tries to make a move, but can't get there. Zach over on the boards to get the puck. He sends it up to Motzi. Motzi sends it to the center, but that's to a Westchester player. Puck still in the neutral zone. They haven't gotten it over the blue line, but no, they do, but that was a mishandle there. And back into the neutral zone. Westchester trying to carry it over the blue line, but they're again met by a Littleton player and checked nicely on the boards. All right, Cello puts that one down into the left-hand corner. Defense sends it high and out of the zone. That one bounces at the center ice and goes to the Westchester player. D-to-D pass, but he can't handle that pass. So potential here for Littleton to keep it in, and they do. They send it high and hard the other way. And here comes Westchester with the puck up the right wing boards. Westchester coming on 3-on-0. They have a chance to get a shot, but Cello handles that nicely. Cello has a beautiful save there. Freezes the puck. It was a 3-on-1. By all means, they had a great chance there, but Cello denies, and we are back to a defensive zone faceoff. All right. Face-off. Littleton wins that face-off, but it goes back to the Westchester player. Thor had a nice job there trying to get that one, but not quite where he wanted it to be. All right, moving that one up there. Here we go. Littleton into the corner and trying to move it up the boards, but Westchester's going to keep it in. Their defense is going to get a shot. Cello sees that one, blockers it off into the corner. Now it's coming back. Littleton has the puck, trying to get control and over the blue line, and they do. Westchester has to regroup in the neutral zone. Tries to turn in a hard backhand. Hauser has the puck now, back to his partner. Up the boards, trying to get it to his wing. And they do, out of the zone, but again, Westchester's going to put it deep. They have a minute while they're offsides. And they're going to put it deep. Grimmy there, but they're going to start getting a change. So we got Zulks out with Patty and Maddie. Nolan pressuring the puck carrier. Patty trying to cut that one off, but it does go to Westchester. It's a 2-on-2 the other way, keeping them outside the dots. A nice job there by the defense. Hauser finishes his hit there into the corner. Westchester controlling, but not with a lot of really great passes just yet. So Westchester trying to come up the boards. Maddie's there to try to push the puck forward. He does. Zulk's there, but that one gets cut off by a Westchester player, and they are back into the zone over the blue line. Shot, Cello, blocker save, and down into the corner. All right, puck trying to get over the blue line by the Hawks, and they do. That one gets popped off the boards, and here comes Nolan. Nolan's got Maddie with him. Maddie with some speed, but couldn't quite catch up to that puck the way Nolan was sending it. It's all good. Hawks get a change. Vath is out there now. And here we go. Finishing the change up. Now we've got a defensive change as well. Bowers is out there, and he's after the puck. Zulk with a nice job to come back and back check. And here we go. Up the boards, and that's A-Rod back in the corner. Trying to get this one up the boards, but has to send it hard through the middle, and that one doesn't quite hit the player he intended it to hit. But that's all right. Goes back to our defense. Now we're going to get it over the blue line. Bowers has got it. He backhands it over into the middle. Westchester's going to pick that one up. Westchester going over the blue line, but met there by A-Rod, and A-Rod's going to deny that clear path into the zone. Now down into the corner. Back behind the net. Westchester trying to play to the front of the net, but a lot of our guys all over him, making sure the hits are there and the sticks are in the air. All right, Westchester one more time trying to get it to the middle of the ice, but that one's taken away, and now Littleton battles for the puck high in the zone. Westchester gets it. They're going to try to get it on net. They do. Cello denies another shot, and this one is going to go high into the zone. And that is going to be an icing on Littleton, but great job there. A lot of great hits there in the defensive zone. Offensive defense, defensive defense. These boys have been doing an amazing job battling every time we get the puck. Scoreboard says shots are 16-2, but Littleton is up 2-0. Coming in now for the faceoff is Connor. We got Thor and Becker out there with him. That one is one high. Thor tries to get that one out. Westchester going to have the handle for 1 second. Westchester has it. They turn, try to shoot, but that one is blocked. And now here we go. Out, and Thor is on the puck, trying to get it back from Westchester. Becker in, pressuring his men, have to go D-to-D one more time. And then they try to send it hard all the way across. They do. They find their man on the far blue line. He's going to take it in. He's going to try to shoot, but that one blocked there and into the chest of Cello, who handles that easily, stops the puck, and now we're going to get a change. Jackson out with Sudbeck and DeMont's. Puckett out there with Hosra. All right, defensive zone face-off to Cello's blocker side. Puck is down, and that one is one back behind the net. Defense takes it. Somebody broke a stick there. Looks like, oh, that's A-Rod. A-Rod's parents, if you're listening, sorry about that. That's an expensive little uh-oh. All right, down deep into the corner, and now the Westchester team has it. They put it high and over, and that's going to be trying to get it out there. It's going to hop a little bit on him, but they're going to get it up to the headman. Headman coming back. Hauser's got it on the outside. And Sudbeck says, no thank you. Puts it back down deep into the corner. Trying to get some control here. Defense back behind the net. 2-on-2. A lot of pushing. Everybody's on the puck. And here we go. Moving it up the boards. Goes back to Westchester. Cello sees that one. Blockers it down and into safe space. Comes back up the boards. And now we're going to get it out of the zone and down deep. Back referee says icing and front referee agrees. So we're going to have one more defensive zone face-off with 5 minutes to go in the second period. Hawks leading 2-0. And it's going to be a quick change. Maddie, Patty, and Grimmy out there. Going to take the face-off. Coming in is Patty for this face-off. Trying to get this one out with some control. Puck is down. Littleton wins. And they get it over. Oh, almost over the blue line. Not quite. Westchester sends it back in. Cello's going to glove that one. And then we're going to go to a defensive zone face-off on the far side. No changes. Patty, Maddie, and Grimmy still out there. Almost had that one. It was a nice idea. Got it over the blue line, but couldn't quite get there. And Westchester puts it right back in on net, but Cello gloves that one with ease. All right. Puck back to the Westchester point. That one is disrupted, and it goes into the far corner. Trying to get it now up the boards, but that one goes into the Westchester bench. And we're going to have one more face-off in the defensive zone, but we're going to go ahead and get it changed. So we're going to have Edelman, Vath, and Zoltz coming out. Defense will stay the same. And a tough job getting out of the zone. These are big guys, and they're not letting anything through easily. So here we go. Face-off win back, up the boards, off the glass, and here we go now. With speed is Nolan down the right-hand side. Nolan tries to put it through the skates, but that one is blocked. He gets backed up by Clark. Clark has got the puck, and he's going to try to shoot. Oh, that was cut off by a Westchester player. Now Westchester coming the other way. They've got one man on tight, but Cello's going to handle that one and hang on, and we're going to have one more defensive zone face-off. Defense is going to change. Zach and Tenny going to come out. Offense is going to stay the same. Four minutes and 29 seconds here in the second period. Shots according to the scoreboard, 20-2. All right, puck is down, and Littleton's going to control right off the face-off. Here we go. Outside the blue line, over the red line, but controlled by Westchester after that. Westchester dips it down deep into the zone. Zach back behind to chase. He's going to go right back to his winger. That one's on stick. Westchester's going to get it, though, and pop it to the far side. Oh, dangerous hit there, and referee's going to give a call on that one. For the second time this weekend, Nolan takes a pretty questionable check, but pops right back up, back to the bench, and we're going to have a power play here for your Littleton Hawks. Referee's going to talk to the player, let him know that was interference. You can't do that. Player says, that one's on me. All right, and go into the box. So, power play for your Hawks. We're going to have Motzi over on the right, Patty out on the right defense, Clark taking the face-off here. We got Sudbeck on the left-hand side, and on the far side, left wing. Sorry, guys, I can't quite see who that is yet. That's Vath. All right, puck put out by the Westchester team, but Hawks back to control. Backhand up the boards, taken. Back behind the net now. Vath down deep, and coming up is Patty. Patty sends it far left, coming down the wing with control. Vath slips the check to the front. Nice job there. Almost hit Clark exactly where he wanted to hit him. Motzi down deep, trying to control the puck and get it down. Edelman comes in to help. Edelman now down in the corner. He's got the puck. He sends it out front. Goalie couldn't find it there for a second, but finally he does, and he covers that one up. All right, 5 forwards out here on our power play as we have been doing this tournament. So Patty and Suddy back on the point. Motzi on the right wing. And then Clark over in center and Vath over on the left wing. So a lot of firepower out there right now. Face off. One over to the left wing, back to the point, but that one's they're gonna have to back up because that one was hit really hard by the Westchester team. But tries to get back in the zone, but he's offsides, and so comes back out to the neutral zone. Hawks trying to control it. Nice job there by Patty to avoid the check and keep that puck on his stick. But now Westchester does take it away from Patty. Going the other way, short-handed chance, misses the net. Hawks trying to get back in control of this one. They're still on the power play for another 25 seconds, trying to get it up the ice, and they do. It's on the stick of Motzi, streaking up the right wing side. He gets it over to Patty. Patty puts it out in front of the net. Westchester hits them. Oh, shot on net. And 15 seconds to go in the power play and taking a hit down in the corner. Hawks are down, and now Westchester sends it all the way down the ice. 3 seconds to go, 2, 1, and the power play is over. So no conversion on the power play for the Hawks in this one. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second period. Puck is down in the corner on the boards. Boys are trying to work it out. We get a little bit of help down in there. Referee's telling the boys to move it. Westchester comes away with the puck. They try to move it back. They do to their point. Point's going to take a shot, but that one's going to be blocked out in front and then eventually by Cello down below the goal line. Sent up the boards and again to the wing who gets it over the blue line. And now the defense is going to control. Westchester defense is going to turn. He's got Becker on him this time, and then Pucky keeps it in the zone. Referee's going to say that was offsides. I'm not sure how because neither one of the referees was anywhere near the blue line. But we're going to go ahead and call that offsides. All right, out there now is Humphreys, Becker, and Thor. And back in the back we have Akshay and Puckett. All right, here we go. Referee's telling the boys to stay away from the face-off, and they kind of do. Hawks win that one, but not over. And Westchester ends up sending it over the blue line, but now Akshay's got it. He's going to send it down deep into the far corner. Westchester picking it up, trying to forehand it up the boards. They do. That beats Humphrey on his man, and now it's Pucky against the Westchester player. Weird bounce, but Cello following it all the way into his glove, and we're going to have a defensive zone face-off. Matty, Patty, and Grimmy coming out, and Bowers and A-Rod are going to come back for the defense. All right, defensive zone face-off to Marcelo's right this time. All right, face-off won by the Littleton Hawks down deep into the corner, and that one is going to go for a board battle. A couple different guys down in there trying to win some control of this puck. Going to take a second. Westchester comes away with it, but then it goes off to Littleton's stick, and now we got Matty down the left wing side with some serious speed. Matty into the corner, behind the net, takes a hit, but the puck stays in. Getting some help there from his center. Grimmy over on the left-hand side, checks his man, gets the puck away, and then forces them to just dump it in down deep into the zone, but the Hawks get the puck, and they send it back up. Patty there, Grimmy with him. Trying to get it back up the boards and into the zone, and they do. Here comes Patty one-on-one, and penalty coming on the Westchester team. Patty had a nice shot there. That one off the goalie's blocker and then straight up into the air. 1 foot the other way, that would have been back and into the net. But power play coming, and it's going to be Matty, Cameron, and Jax with A-Rod and Puckett back in the back. Cameron's going to take the face-off here, so Becker on the face-off, setting everybody up. Pucky's ready, A-Rod's ready. Generally try to win this one backwards, and puck goes down deep into the corner. Over to Puckett. Puckett goes down deep. Jax gets it, but this one gets sent high down, all the way down, and that one's going to be handled by Cello. Cello takes a look, decides what he wants to see, lets his defenseman pick it up. Defenseman changes direction, goes the other way, and now it's on the far side to Matty. Matty down the left wing with some speed. He's got Jackson in the middle. Matty turning. A little Gretzky move there at the blue line. Becker down into the corner to get that puck. Big guy against big guy. He's going to get checked there by the Westchester player, but Matty's going to come to help him out. Oh, tries to send it over to the D, but just a little bit off target there. Matty's coming off, and he's going to get replaced by Vath. So Vath, Mayorga, and Becker out there now. Over the blue line is A-Rod. Becker picks it up when he gets hit. Becker takes a shot, and that one is gloved by the Westchester goalie with 54 seconds to go in the power play. 9 seconds left in the period. Shots are 20-5 Westchester. Score is 2-0 Littleton Hawks. So good job there. Got a shot on net. We're going to end that one with 54 seconds to go in the penalty, 9 seconds to go in the period. So we'll start the third period with a man advantage. All right, Edelman in to take the face-off. Edelman wins that one, and it goes over to the corner. Motzi gets it. Edelman in to help out. 5 seconds to go, trying to get it out front. Westchester picks it up. They're going to throw it, but that's going to get gloved by Sudbeck, who nails a defenseman in front of the net, and that guy definitely felt that one. Good block there, but, man, that could not have felt good. So that's what the shin pads are for. Even though they're there, they don't always keep the pain away. But they do keep the injury away. So good job there by the Westchester player to block that goal. 45 seconds left in the power play. 15 minutes left in the game. Third period about to start. 15-minute period. 20 shots for the Westchester team. According to the scoreboard, 5 shots for Littleton. I think we have a few more than that, but definitely getting outshot either way. So hoping that we can get a few more on net, a few more rebounds, moving it up the boards. We are doing a really good job of playing a physical game, pinning the puck where we need to pin it, making sure that we have control when we can. But it is absolutely a game of speed and hurrying up shots. Everything that's gone in has been tape to tape, quick shot into the net. All right, so again, winner go home game, quarterfinals. Winner of this game goes on to play tomorrow morning at 8:30 against the winner of the game before us. And so we'll see what happens there. And here we go, 1, 2, 3 Hawks, and the boys are out there. So starting the third period, Cello back to his net. He's going to get his high fives from Sam, a little shoulder bump, and he's down to the net. He's going to wait until his players come out. So likes to give his boys a high five before he gets into the net. And here we go. We'll see who's going to start this one. Looks like Patty Matty. Nope. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. Still a power play. So Clark, Suddy, Vath, Becker, and Pucky. Nope, sorry. Patty, Motzi, Edelman, Vath, and Sudbeck out there. Sella gets his high fives. Clark's going to take the face off. He's going to have Vath on the left wing. He's going to have Sudbeck on the left defense. Patty on the right defense. And here we go. Puck at center ice. Puck is dropped. 45 seconds for a power play for our boys. Some nice hits there by our Hawks over the blue line. 3-on-1. Moving it to the middle. Gets a shot. Vath in front of the net. Oh, Suddy just misses. Vath took a shot. Suddy got the rebound. That's the look they wanted for sure. So now back on the point. Monty has the puck. He gets it down to Vath. Vath to the middle. A shot and a score. Beautiful. So I think that was Vath who shot that puck. Vath that shot the puck. Monty who gave him the pass. So Vath with the score. Monty with a nice assist there, and it is 3-0. Your Hawks 14-38. 14:38 to go in the third period. 3-0. And we go back to regular lines. So Becker, Humphrey, and Thor out there with Tenny and Zach. Puck one back to Westchester. They're going to put it through the neutral zone. Zach's going to glove that one and send it back up the ice. Westchester's going to touch, so no icing. Down in there is Thor trying to pressure the puck. He does. He gets it to the far side, and it's going to have to come all the way back to the other side to try to get it out, but they do. That one gets touched, but then sent in on Cello. Cello's going to play it off into the corner, give the guy a second to think about it. Becker has a nice shot, knocks a water bottle off of one of the fans who was watching from the sideboards. And here we go, back into the corner, and referee's going to blow that one down. I think that one maybe hit the net back behind above the boards. All right, we're going to get a change here. Suddy coming out with Motzi and Jax. Defense is going to stay the same. Referee having a quick word with the coach. Coach gives him a nod, and we move down to a defensive zone face-off off to the stick side of Cello. Referee's going to need a puck here. All right. That puck must have gone out because the referees need one more. And here we go. Jackson for the face-off. That one's won by Westbrook back, but not handled well, and that one goes to the stick of Kaylee. He tries to get it out, but that one is blocked by Westbrook. Westbrook back to the line, turns, shoots down deep into the corner. Jackson for the point. Zach takes it, and he's going to go all the way up the right-hand boards. He's going to get it all the way up, and it's going up to Vath. Vath trying to get it over to Nolan, but blocked there by a player. And oh, my God. Zach, beautiful shot from the point. And that one is in the net. That makes it 4-0, your Littleton Hawks. 13 minutes and 41 seconds to go in the third period. All right, 4-0, 13 minutes and 41 seconds to go. 4-0. Your Littleton Hawks. Beautiful shot there by Zach. That one goes through the zone and into the net. So again, defense contributing to the offense here today, making the plus minus a little bit easier to handle. Westchester decides they're going to switch goalies. And referee's going to tell the boys to back out of the circle before he drops it at center. He does drop Patty, Matty, and Grimmy out there. Grimmy to pressure the puck. They're going to throw it high and off the rim there. It's going to go over. Defense backhand pass over to Matty. Matty's going to send it up for Patty. Patty takes it down, and he gets into the left-hand side of the zone. He's going to get some help from Grimmy down deep in the corner, and they're going to try to work it back out. Westchester trying to move it, but Matty there to disrupt that. Westchester again getting bothered by Matty before they can make a good pass. They don't make a good pass. That goes to A-Rod. He's going to move it back through the neutral zone, and Westchester has to try to dump it, but there's Blake to send it back in. Blake sends it in, no icing. Goalie touches it, gets it to his defenseman. They're going to try to work it back up the boards. And bothered there by, again, the Hawks. Oh, Matty, nice job. And he scores. Matty stealing the puck, taking it to the front of the net, and a beautiful backhand over the goalie's glove. So 5-0, Littleton Hawks. Now it's going to be a run clock. So 12 minutes and 43 seconds right now, but the clock is going to run the rest of the game until there's no longer a 5-goal differential. Vath coming out with Edelman, and that's going to put Nolan over on the right-hand side. Kaylee and Puckett back on the back. Kaylee and Tennyson back on the back. Tenny and Kaylee back in the back. Vath centered by Clark and Nolan on the far right-hand side. 5-0, your Littleton Hawks. Here we go. Puck is dropped. Vath's going to pick it up off the face-off. Referee's going to call a cross-check. And that's going to be a cross-check on the Westchester team. So Hawks are going on another power play. And so we got Edelman out there with Zolk, Vath, and Tenny and Kaylee are going to stay out for this one. So at 5-0, they're already running the penalty off the clock before the puck is dropped. So here we go. So 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the penalty. 1 minute 18 left in the penalty. They've already killed 15 seconds of the penalty right now. Right off the face-off into the glove of the goalie, and 11:29 left in the period. So regular lines out there. We got Tenny out there with Zach. Edelman out there with Vath and Nolan. All right. Face-off down in the defensive zone. 55 seconds left in the penalty. And Westchester's going to pull it and go for a breakaway try on the 5-on-4. Teddy takes his man, gets that puck right off of his stick. Beautiful job. Referee's going to blow the whistle one more time for a high stick. And I think this one's going to go on the Hawks. All right, so it looks like Teddy's going to the box this time. Cross check called by the referee. 1 minute, 30 seconds on the clock for that penalty, and run clock. That penalty's already started. 4-on-4 for 15 more seconds. 4-on-4 wins back to Westchester. Westchester D-to-D shot. Solo sees that one. That one goes up and over. Going to keep it in by Westchester. Vath there to check his man. Edelman gets it out of the zone. 10 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and we are now 5-on-4. Hawks are officially on a penalty kill for 1 minute and 7 seconds. Puck comes back around the net, and Westchester fighting for it back behind the net. A-Rod trying to win that one. It goes back to the Westchester point, but they can't handle, and that one goes all the way down to the blue line. 10 minutes left in the game, 50 seconds left in the penalty, and the Littleton Hawks get it. Edelman sending it all the way down, and the 5-on-4 continues for 42 more seconds. Change happening. Puck it back out on the ice. Out there with Bowers. Humphreys. Oh, Becker gets the puck on a shorthanded try. Gets a little challenge there from the Westchester player, but it's going to push him off. So Becker with a nice shorthanded shot. Offensive zone face-off. And we're going to have Humphrey and Becker out there with Hazra and Puckett back on the line. 9:20 left in the game as we're going to drop this one in the offensive zone. 10 seconds left in the penalty. So shorthanded for just a few more seconds. Westchester trying to work it through the neutral zone, and they do, but they're offsides, and referee's got his hand in the air, but he doesn't blow the whistle. That was offsides, but it looks like he's going to call Littleton for another penalty here. Cello sees that one. I'm not sure how. Oh my goodness, through a lot of traffic. Westchester backhands it and into the net on a second try. 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go. It's 5-1. Clock continues to run. It should actually stop. Westchester shouting. All right. Westchester finally getting one in the net. 5-1. The referee had a penalty there, but it looks like they're going to call that one off. Clock continues to run. 8 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this period. 5-1, your Littleton Hawks leading. Puck goes down into the defensive zone, working it into the neutral zone, and Puckett's going to get that one and send it back down. But, block. Tenney's going to have to take his man wide. He does. They try to drop, but Jax is there instead. Jax sends it over to Porter. Porter down the middle. Porter takes a shot. That one is taken by the goalie off of his blocker. Nice job there by our guys getting that down and getting some offense going one more time. All right, puck comes back. Tenney's got it. He's got Sudbeck on the far side. If he sees him, he works it back up the boards. Kaylee's got it. Kaylee's going to send it up. That one's going to try to get to Motzi, but that one's going to go back down deep into the zone. 7:45 left in the game. 5-1 Hawks. Shots are 12-23. Moves it up into the neutral zone. Westchester cuts that one off, but there is Porter and Jax. Jax has the puck. Goes down deep. Tries to shoot. Gets blocked by a Westchester player. Westchester coming back up the left-hand side. Moving it down and deep into the zone. All right. Down in the corner now to try to battle for it on the boards. Westchester has it. They move it to the middle. Sella sees that one, and that was off iron. So no goal, but beautiful shot off the crossbar and back out. So no goal for Westchester. Westchester works it up the boards. They try to drop past that one, and that doesn't work. Grimshaw there now. Grimmy up there with Patty. Patty takes it after Grimshaw takes a hit. Maddie and Patty both in on net, and that one is on the goalie. Maddie's going to take a couple extra whacks, and he's going to get a couple of Westchester players there to make sure he doesn't take any more. But good job there by Maddie doing what he's got to do. Puck is there. He's going to take a few swats and take his punishment from the defenseman as he does. 6 minutes and 37 seconds left. Clock continues to run. Puck gets dropped. Littleton gets the puck, and they're going to try to work it down deep. They do. Down onto the stick. Out in front. Shot saved by the goalie there. Moving it down now. Behind the net. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the third period. Littleton leading 5-1. Working it back down into the corner. And broken stick there. And Hazra takes it, sends it back in. Westchester picks that one off, and they're going to try to go through the middle, but met there by Puckett, who takes his man down and moves the puck over the blue line. That gives Patty a chance to get it in the neutral zone. He does, and now Patty and Maddie both on the puck. Maddie using his speed, getting to the puck quickly, making them take a pass they didn't necessarily want to take. That one was all the way across the ice, gives our boys a chance to set up. They do. Nice job there by Nolan to get that stick on the puck and pop it back out. Westchester struggling to get it over the blue line. Puck is moved on to the far side to Vath. Now to Clark in the middle. Clark takes it in. He drops it there for Nolan. Nolan takes a big hit but keeps it in the zone. And now Clark is going to chase that puck down, and so Vath. Have to work it to the far side to get any control. That one's worked back up the boards. Nolan diving to keep it in. Zach tries to keep it in, but they're offsides. And Littleton can't touch the puck right now without a whistle, but just the presence of Littleton is making the Westchester team have to panic a little bit. Now here comes Westchester up over the red line into the zone, but a lot of black jerseys there to meet him. 5 minutes to go in the third period. 5-1 Littleton Hawks. All right, Littleton fighting for it in the corner. Westchester, all their guys down there. Nobody out in front to pass that puck to. Points are wide open. They move it back to their left point. Who puts it into their wing, who tries to drop past it, but met there by Humphreys, who gets a hit. Shot from the right point. Through a lot of traffic. Oh, my goodness. What a save by Marcelo. Cello got over to the right. That hit a pad. I'm not sure which one, but Cello with an amazing save there. So it was Great shot by Westchester, but Cello not only tracked that one, he tracked it all the way across the net, all the way through the blue paint, and got there on what I'm sure Westchester thought was a tap-in goal. All right. Referee is going to call a penalty on Zach. We got a penalty here. 5 minutes and 1 second to go, but 15 seconds already off the penalty just from the face-off. Westchester shoots. Cello puts that one up in the air, and it goes into the far corner. Westchester back to their point, moving it down to the corner, looking for a one-timer out in front. Nobody available. He's going to skate it and send it back to his defenseman, defense to defense. That guy is back into the corner, looking for a one-timer again, but too many Hawks in front of the net. Shot from the point, but Cello sees that all the way and puts it down deep. Trying to move it out of the Hawks, but they get stopped there. Cello gets the puck and freezes it. Defense makes sure nobody gets a second shot. Cello taking his helmet off. I think he took a little bit of that one in the head. He's just going to take a little bit of a second here. He's had a lot of work in this game. 30 seconds left in the power play for the Westchester team. 5-1. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. Here we go. Hawks lose the face-off. It goes back to the point. Point is going to look to move to the middle. Moves it to the far right-hand side, back to the middle, and he mishandles, and it goes over the blue line. 12 seconds left in the power play. Westchester moving it back, and now over to the wing. Wing's going to try to carry it over the blue line, and they do, but a lot of black jerseys in his way. Drop passes. Another drop pass back to the D. They're going to work it down into the corner. Back up to the D. And now back into the corner, looking for a one-timer. Misses the net, and it goes all the way around and out of the zone, and the power play is over. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the third period. Westchester with the handle on the boards. Gets a nice check there from Tenney. From Thor. And puck over the net and into the corner. Defense are backing up. We got Tenney out there. He's going to have the puck carrier. He's going to take him wide. Nice job by the defense to take away any threat. Looks like we got Porter, Jax, and Motzi out there. Puck is going to take the puck. It's going to send it up. It's all the way down. Try to put it on net. That's going to be just wide, and that's going to be an icing with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go. Clock continues to run. 2 real minutes left in this game. No stoppage of the clock, no whistles. Boys are going to take their time getting to the face-off with a 5-1 lead. All right, Jackson in for the face-off. He's going to have a defensive zone face-off. Shots are 13-26 in favor of Westchester. Boys put it back up the boards. Westchester keeps it in, sends it back down, but Pucky's there to make sure it gets on the right stick. It does. It gets over to the wing, and that one is out and over to Patty. Patty one-on-one with the Westchester defenseman. He's all by himself there, but here comes Matty. Matty's coming in deep, gets it into the corner. It's on his stick. He sends it in front of the net. Rebound, but no go on that one. Defensive hit on our Hawks player in front of the net. Matty gets hit again in the neutral zone, but that ends up with him blocking a shot, so that was really nice. Matty on the puck carrier. Matty not fooled by the direction change and helps Grimshaw get that puck off the stick of the Westchester player. 1 minute to go in the game. All right. Referee's going to take both guys. A little bit of extra activity there. He's going to take Grimmy along with the Westchester player. Grimmy and Akshay both there to defend each other, make sure that everything is not getting too bad. All right, here we go. 37 seconds left in the game. Clock continues to run. 37 real seconds to go here. Referee blows the whistle one more time. Not sure. I think he's going to take both the centers. 20 seconds to go. Ref continues to yap at the players, and the clock continues to run. With 15 seconds to go, 10, 9, 8. Referees are going to let this one go. 5 seconds to go, 4, 3. Game is over. Hawks are going to win. 5-1, Littleton Hawks. They're going to play again tomorrow morning at 8:30 for the semifinals. Winners of tomorrow's game go to the finals for the championship. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you checking in, letting us know where you're watching from. Let's see your Littleton Hawks get a good night of sleep and an early morning game, 8:30 tomorrow morning Central. We'll see you there.
It's point.